If you think the Lions' offense is going to collapse without Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell has a message for you, and it's anything but subtle. In Detroit, talent speaks louder than scheme, and the head coach is doubling down on that belief. But that's not all. The Lions' front office is also building a defense like they're preparing for war, eyeing prospects who could surprise everyone in the draft. In this video, you'll understand why Detroit's offensive engine is still roaring even without its brilliant coordinator, and you'll get to know what a prospect with 12 interceptions could bring to the secondary. Curious to know what's really going on? Then don't miss a second and make sure to hit that like button to support the channel. Dan Campbell is sending a loud and clear message to anyone who thinks the Lions will fall apart without Ben Johnson. Hold up, buddy. This offense isn't the work of one genius mind. It's the product of a gritty, talent-packed roster that knows how to make noise. Even with Johnson heading to coach the Bears and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn taking the Jets' job, Campbell's confident the offensive engine in Detroit will keep rumbling. And it's not just coach talk either. The Lions' offense in recent years has been a show: 2 running backs breaking 1,000 yards, Jared Goff distributing the ball like a maestro, and an offensive line that looks more like a concrete wall. But for Dan Campbell, the secret isn't in the coach's playbook, it's in the guys wearing the jersey. He made it clear. This offense is Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, Frank Ragnow, Sewell, Decker. These guys are the scheme. In other words, it's not about who draws up the plays, it's about who executes them. Of course, the team didn't just lose Ben Johnson. Wide receivers coach Antoine Randall L. and passing game coordinator Tanner Engstrand also moved on. But the Lions didn't waste time. They brought in John Morton, who's worked with the Jets and Sean Payton. The guy knows what he's doing and could bring in some fresh ideas that fit perfectly with Goff's game. In the end, this isn't a dig at Johnson, not at all. What Dan's saying is that the team has already been built with his DNA. Johnson's creative spark left a mark, but the roster he helped shape is still there, ready to keep the show going. If the days of steamrolling defenses for 30 points a game are over, that's fine. What matters is that the floor of this offense is still sky high, and with Dan Campbell at the helm, no one should doubt this team is ready for another Super Bowl run. So, Lions fans, do you think this offense will stay sharp without Ben Johnson? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know what you're expecting this season. Because now it's time to talk defense, and the next update could shake up the draft even more. This offseason, the Lions have been stacking their cornerback room like they're preparing for an aerial war. They brought in DJ Reed to be the new sheriff in the secondary, replacing Carlton Davis, added veteran Rock Ya-Sin, and piled on more talent with Avonte Maddox. But even with all those names, no one in Detroit seems ready to close the door on adding more firepower to that unit. Brad Holmes, the front office boss, probably won't spend premium picks on a corner in the first or second round, but day 3? That's when the radar could light up. And if it does, there's one name that fits like a glove. Mello Dotson, the playmaker from Kansas. Dotson may not pop off the screen with raw athleticism, but his instincts are razor sharp. At 6'1" and around 200 pounds, he consistently puts himself in the right spots in zone coverage, and more importantly, he knows how to turn opportunities into points. The guy has 12 career interceptions, 4 of them returned for touchdowns. In 2024 alone, he had 5 picks, 2 of them turned into 6 points, and he broke up 7 passes. The result? First team all Big 12 honors and strong grades from PFF, 77.1 overall, 78.3 in coverage, and he held opposing QBs to a 69.1 passer rating when they threw his way. Now, it's not all sunshine. His 40-yard dash time was 4.59. Which is decent but not explosive. And in man-to-man coverage, he struggles especially when the wide receiver takes off downfield. The NFL will test that kind of limitation relentlessly, so Dotson could slip into the 4th round or later. Still, despite lacking elite speed, he makes up for it with intelligence, quick reads, and a nose for the big play. If he lands in the right system, with room to grow and contribute in rotation, he could turn into a valuable piece, and in Detroit, with the new foundation in place, he'd be the perfect fit. Bottom line, Dotson may not be the next lockdown corner in the league, but as a smart day 3 pick, Brad Holmes could strike gold again. As a Lions fan, there's definitely reason to be optimistic, but with feet firmly on the ground. The offense still has plenty of talent, but will be tested without Johnson calling the shots. And this obsession with reinforcing the secondary shows the team knows exactly where it needs to improve. If Brad Holmes nails another late-round gem like Mello Dotson, this defense could finally become the difference maker they lacked in the playoffs. So keep watching closely, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single update on our Lions.